Hi, this is Mary from Sewing for Madison. If we haven't met before, my passion is crafting and helping others learn how fun and easy it can be. In today's video, I'm going to be showing you a little trick that I use here in my shop to maximize my stabilizer use and increase my profitability. So, if you're like me, you have a pile of stabilizer sitting around. I save my stabilizer pieces for a particular reason. If it is the cutaway stabilizer, you can sew it together to make brand new pieces of stabilizer to use in your in the hoop projects as well as other different projects. So I'm going to show you guys how to do this today, and then hopefully you can take this tip and increase your profitability and save some money using your stabilizer pieces. So step number one is going to be taking your pieces that you have cut out and making strips like this. So you can either hand cut them or you can use a rotary cutter with a ruler and do it like that. So I'm just going to use a rotary cutter and a tool just like that to make my strips. Your next step is, if you use multiple different stabilizers, you want to categorize your stabilizer pieces, your strips that you're going to cut out, so that they are all the same kind of stabilizer. Once you get about 4 or 5 different strips, you can sew them together like I have done here to fit your hoop size. I use 2 hoop sizes with my machines. I use a 4x4 and a 5x7. So when I make these strips and I put them together, I just use my inner hoop as a template. So this is the inner hoop for my 4x4, and I also have here the inner hoop for my 5x7. So I'll lay my pieces out that I'm going to start putting together, and once I get enough to make a hoop size for my 5x7 hoop or my 4x4, I will sew them all together, and then I store them in a nice little drawer. So I'm going to get to cutting these and then we'll sew them together. Okay, so I have all of my strips cut up, and this is all I have to throw in the garbage can. So it's a great way also to prevent waste in our environment by doing this simple step. So now I'm ready to head over to the sewing machine to start sewing all of these together. Okay, so here we are at the sewing machine. I'm using my Brother PC 8500 for sewing this together. And again, I've got my 5x7 hoop because I have my 5x7 strips here. And I'm just going to lay out several pieces on my workspace here. It's usually about 4 or 5 strips. Make sure it extends through the hoop, which it does. And then I'm going to take these pieces and I'm just going to start sewing them together. You're going to use a basic white thread, and you're going to just use a straight stitch. Add the next piece. And here is the last piece. And this corner has a little bit cut off, so I'm actually going to come back to the bottom here and do it on this nice straight piece. Okay, so there we have it. I'm going to zoom in here and you can see how all of them are sewed together nicely, and it is ready to go for my 5x7 hoop size. So I'm going to go ahead and finish up this pile and I'll show you the completed results. Okay, so I'm done sewing up the strips for my 5x7s and I have 10 new sheets. So instead of throwing that stabilizer in the garbage, I have 10 new projects that I can do. I've saved a lot of money by reusing my stabilizer pieces, and it's better for the environment. So feel free to try out this tip at home. And if you like this video, make sure you smash that like button. You consider subscribing. And until next time, happy crafting.